The City Ground at Nottingham on the banks of the River Trent stages a European Cup quarter-final for the first time. Tony Woodcock of Nottingham Forest is recalled tonight in place of Trevor Francis. Woodcock, who's only scored 5 goals this season in a total of 36 games in the first team, but he did play well in the last European round against AEK Athens, and as Francis won't be available until the final for Forest, Woodcock has an opportunity now to stake his claim. That's the only change in the Forest side. Ken Burns is fit enough to take his place on the subs bench, but David Needham continues at number 6. This Forest team have been watched twice by Grasshoppers, and the Swiss are well aware of the danger which emanates from number 11, John Robertson. In fact, early on, number 2, Roger Worley, may well be the defender given the job of marking Robertson. The Swiss play a fairly tight man-to-man marking system. Number 7, the captain, Mayer, is a survivor from the European Cup tie against Arsenal 7 years ago, and there are 2 brothers in the team, Heinz Hermann at number 3 and Herbert Hermann at number 11. Brian Clough on his way to his seat, and his resolve, along with that of Peter Taylor just behind him, to win the European Cup is hardened by the fact that in 1973 they reached the semi-final with Derby County and were beaten in controversial circumstances. Trevor Francis, who's ineligible for this match, just taking his seat as well. The officials tonight are all from Yugoslavia. That's Marian Raus, the referee. And so Forest, wearing white shorts, playing from the right, start this European Cup quarter-final first leg. Grasshoppers, the Swiss champions, in white shirts and blue shorts. Archie Gemmell looking for Gary Birtles, and across came Montandon. Woodcock involved quickly. Robertson. That's a good ball. Birtles. Martin O'Neill. And coming in the end to McGovern. Frank Clark. McGovern again. O'Neill. And the Swiss already forced back. That Saucer in defence. Gets a free kick against O'Neill. That's not where Saucer's normally to be found, but tonight they'll have to pull them all back at times as Forest look for a first leg lead. Andre Mayer, number 7, also played against Spurs in the UEFA Cup about 5 years ago. Anderson. Woodcock finding some space, now Needham to Gemmell. This is Anderson. And Hermann getting back. Herbert Hermann. Birtles. McGovern. Looking for Woodcock, number 10. Nicely back. O'Neill trying to force a way through, and everybody was pinned back in the Grasshoppers' half. Most of them still are. Here's Frank Clark. Forest know they've got to be patient and wait for the right opening. Always a test of the nerve of the home side in the first leg. Especially when the visitors break on a swift counter-attack like that. This is Hermann. And Lloyd covering. Bauer. Egli. Mayer. When Grasshoppers beat Real Madrid in the last round, they lost 3-1 away from home in the first leg and then beat Real 2-0 in Zurich. Grasshoppers thus going through on the away goals rule. Here's Gemmell. Nicely won. Looking for Birtles. Montandon his marker, number 4. O'Neill. Good tackle by Bauer. McGovern. And this is going to be the pattern with Forest pushing forward, looking for an opening. Anderson. Hay not really getting it away the first time, but he can now. To Ponte. That's a useful ball. And Mayer's first-time ball was meant for Sulzer, and that wasn't a bad one either. And Sulzer gets in here for Grasshoppers. And, well, don't say Forest weren't warned. Sulzer scores his 10th goal of the European Cup campaign. And what a vital goal it could be. It was a brilliant move. The first ball across was good, but what about that? The first-time ball from Mayer. Sulzer beats the defender, and as Shilton comes out, he made that finish look simple. Here's O'Neill. Woodcock. Anderson. Corner given to Forest. Larry Lloyd's in there. McGovern off the line. Well, that beat the goalkeeper completely, but the cover was there. Barely was covering, that's Frank Clark. Johnny Hay in the way. Woodcock trying to find a way through. Well, Forest was so unlucky there because Burbig was beaten by McGovern's shot, but I think it was Johnny Hay on the line that hooked the ball out from the post. But the goalkeeper thankful that Hay was on the line to stop that shot from McGovern. It's a header by Lloyd. Woodcock. Oh, nice turn. Now Birtles. Gary Birtles scores the equaliser, and Forest are relieved. It was made possible by Woodcock, who turned beautifully away from this defender. It's a lovely turn. Herman tries to hold him and can't. Woodcock sees Birtles to his left, and Birtles, taking careful aim, left the goalkeeper flat-footed. 32 minutes gone. Nottingham Forest 1, Grasshoppers 1, and that was Birtles' 18th goal of the season. Robertson. Now O'Neill. The next 5 minutes will be a very timely test of Grasshoppers, because Forest are bound to turn the screw now, having found a way through. Anderson, driven right across to Robertson. Clark. Robertson again. And a corner. Forest's 12th corner of the match already. Needham in there with the goalkeeper, who's got to get back now if he can. He has. So the two centre-forwards, the scorers. Sulzer putting Grasshoppers in front, and Birtles levelling things for Forest. Thanks to this man, Tony Woodcock. That's awkward as well for the defence. Away by Hay. Ponty. Mayer with Sulzer again furthest forward. Here's Ponty. Agley. Referee's given Grasshoppers a free kick. He says Agley was fouled. Herman there in the middle, number 11. Ponty can swerve them a bit from here too. Onto the near post, and well collected by Shilton as Sulzer closed in. But Ponty from these free kicks, as he's shown in other European matches, is highly dangerous. And the referee has blown the half-time whistle, and the Swiss will be far happier than Forest at half-time. Sulcer's brilliant finish to that early move in the 11th minute put them ahead, gave them an away goal, and then Gary Birtles, also taking his chance well after 32 minutes, at least put Forest level at half-time. So Forest back where they started, with the second half to come. Herman, looking for his brother, number 11, Herbert Herman. And he'll find the pitch on this side very tacky and very bumpy. There's Woodcock. McGovern, Birtles. That's Montandon still staying close to Birtles. Gemmell. That's Montandon again. Swiss international defender. Back by Clark. Flick on by Woodcock to Birtles. Wasn't very lucky there, but Woodcock might be. Good save by Burbig with his feet. But a penalty. Handball. Grasshoppers disappointed, but watch this as Woodcock gets round the outside. The arm was in there. Birtles appealed. The ball struck the Grasshoppers player on the arm. John Robertson is Forest's penalty expert. And scores. So, at the beginning of the second half, Forest take the lead for the first time. Robertson finding the corner of the net so accurately and sending Burbig the wrong way. Sulcer just failing to find Herman, and here's Anderson for Forest. Such a lovely runner when he gets space like that, and he's looking for Birtles. Referee played a good advantage. Birtles goes in, and again, oh, and there was nobody in the 6-yard box because it seemed impossible that Birtles would get the ball in, but he did. And gets applauded rightly for it. Viv Anderson made it possible with a strong run. He was then fouled, but the advantage was Forest's, and then Birtles snaked in beyond 2 defenders, and nobody in the centre. Woodcock. Been playing for an hour now. It's 2-1 to Forest in this first leg. Lloyd. Robertson is darting in from the left. Brave goalkeeping. Oh, and Birtles came in. And the goalkeeper deserves some praise there, because John Robertson came hurtling in from the left-hand side onto Larry Lloyd's pass. And look at Burbig come out here, flings himself down, and then Birtles drives wide. Again, Needham having to cover quickly because Sulcer was covering a lot of ground there, trying to cut off the back pass. He'll sniff something out if there's anything there for Grasshoppers, as Forest commit more men to attack, with Woodcock now number 10. Gemmell. That's Robertson. And it missed the far post by a fraction. John Robertson, so dangerous when he comes inside like that. He's so capable of going either way. Gemmell sets the play up again in the middle of the field, just waiting for the right moment to slide that ball through ahead of the defender, and Robertson shot across the goalkeeper and just beyond the post. Nicely done by Sulcer. And Frank Clark wouldn't let him get away. McGovern, Woodcock. O'Neill's in there, so is Birtles. Well, you expect close things when a team is attacking as often as Forest are, and we've seen several. Frank Clark dispossessing Sulcer started that Forest attack. Woodcock drifting nicely to his left side again. O'Neill comes in on the cross with the goalkeeper and the defender, and Birtles volleys wide. And Forest here lead only 2-1 with 15 minutes to go, and Ponty for Grasshoppers looking for Sulcer. Oh, it's dangerous again here. Good save, Shilton. Brilliant. Sulcer again. Herman. And Salsa shakes his head and knows that but for Shilton, it would have been 2-2, and Forest then would have possibly been on their way out. Instead, they're on the attack with Woodcock. A marvellous instinctive save by Shilton, bearing in mind that he's been out of action for so long with his team on the attack. O'Neill. Robertson. Forest looking now for the grandstand finish because Shilton's save has kept them in front, and they can still turn this into a winning lead if they can find a way through again. Here's Needham. Woodcock. This is Lloyd. Gemmell. 8 players forward for Forest. Foul on the edge by Mayer on Gemmell. Oh, and well saved by Berbick. And again, that man, Needham, gets in and causes problems in the air. Robertson floated the free kick in, and there's Needham again, getting up, beating the defence, but not Berbick. Bauer. Still Bauer, trying to hold off O'Neill. Herman. Conte. Blocked by McGovern, but it's going to come to the other Herman. This is Heinz Herman. Well, he almost found a way through there, did Heinz Herman. It took 3 last-ditch tackles to stop him, the fullback. Here's Woodcock for Forest. Oh, and Pontiel sees that from McGovern. And Salsa's trying to make a race out of it. Shilton onto the head of Agley. And Forest can start again. Robertson. Clark. Robertson. Needham's made a run forward now. That was Larry Lloyd, that was Martin O'Neill, and that was Bauer. There are 3 minutes to go, and Forest badly want the 3rd goal. Lloyd. Birtles came in. Here's Gemmell. Archie Gemmell. 3-1 to Forest, and that goal could make all the difference. The little man who never gives up gets his reward. The ball crossed from the right. Gary Birtles went in first. Might have got a nick on it. It was half cleared, and Gemmell's left foot shot underneath the goalkeeper with just 2 minutes to go. He's asking the time himself, Gemmell there. Let's put a different complexion now on this European Cup quarter-final. You can hear what the fans think. So Grasshoppers find themselves 3-1 down, as they were after the first leg in Madrid against Real before beating them 2-0 in Zurich. But what they can't afford to do now, the Swiss, is concede a 4th goal, because that would put Forest in charge totally. Here's Woodcock. Woodcock. McGovern. Here's Gemmell. Certainly been the driving force again, and in that sense he's earned the goal. Montandon. It's going to be a corner to Forest. O'Neill couldn't believe that. O'Neill coming in behind the big men, and look at the reactions of the keeper here. He turned it onto the bar and over. Didn't collect that though. Robertson's in there. Oh, corner. And Grasshoppers' European Cup fate is hovering here. So could Forest be, who knows? Needham on the near post. Away by Herman. And we now reach time added on by the referee for stoppages as Forest search for number 4. What a scramble, and it's got in. Big Larry Lloyd seemed to get it to me. So it is 4 after all. The men at the near post making all the difference. And Lloyd got the touch, no doubt about that, before Johnny Hay could hook it out. And Forest have made it 4-1, when a few minutes ago, well, in fact 3 minutes ago, it was only 2. So the English champions have now got a winning lead, but have had to wait until injury time in this first leg to obtain it. Their patience has paid off. Here's Lloyd. What a storming finish by Nottingham Forest. Tremendous stuff. Gemmell. Woodcock. Grasshoppers now must be praying for the final whistle, because the time may already be beyond their reach. It probably is, in fact, with a 3-goal lead. Forest surely won't concede that sort of a lead in Zurich. Frank Clark. John Robertson, who... Free kick's been given. We're well into injury time now. Woodcock. And Grasshoppers try to break for one last time, perhaps, with Mayer getting Sulzer away, who tries to find Ponty. But this time, Forest know there'll be no mistake. The referee checks his watch yet again. McGovern. O'Neill. Birtles. Woodcock is to his left if he can find him. Gemmell might. Birtles again. Robertson. And the referee blows, and the City Ground celebrates. A win which was clinched. And Brian Clough walks away knowing the aggregate lead was clinched in the last 3 minutes. Archie Gemmell scored the 3rd goal with 2 minutes to go. And Larry Lloyd got up for the corner to make it 4.